first and foremost, welcome back to Newlands again. It's great to
Yeah,
see you
yeah,
again. How are you feeling?
yeah. Good. Good to be back. Good to be gracing the Hello Turf again. So yeah, it's really good to be back.
So, when it comes to like cricket and bowling, there's a specific thing I want to ask you.
Yeah.
So, I've noticed recently that, I mean, I don't know if it's a South African problem or it's a international problem, but our batters seem to struggle against the swing up front, a new
Yeah.
ball, and England's all about that. So, what have you learned about that skill? I know you've been able to do it in the before, but what more have you learned about that skill of being able to move the ball around? I know the dew ball makes it a big difference as
Yeah.
well.
So my first year working with a bowling coach there, Kevin Shine at Notts, he basically unlocked me like my run up and that, and because I had a stutter just before I delivered
Okay.
or just before I'm taking off,
Mm.
so we got rid of that. So it's just a smooth run up to the crease. Obviously, that's given me a bit more energy on the ball, behind the ball, and just learning because I spoke to Rory before I left,
Okay.
and he just because I asked him what did he do, what line should I bowl, length, and he just said don't try to swing the ball because they're born on swing.
Okay.
So just nipping the ball. Obviously, the Duke's ball's a bit harder than the Cooker. It lasts longer, but this year actually it got softer real quick.
Yeah.
So about 25, um, 30 overs, the balls started getting out of shape, but it got so small that it goes through the ring.
Yeah.
So basically, it was bowling like with a kookaburra. So
Okay.
so yeah, just working with the bowling coach there at Notts helped me a lot. And yeah, obviously getting confidence back. I guess that was a big part.
Yeah. Because when I talk about swing bowling, it's obviously an art. Vinny Barnes speak about it a lot in the past. I've heard him speak about it. A lot of bowlers speak about it. But there was a specific thing that happened in the Test match. I think it was the second Test match in England where South Africa expected the ball to swing, but James Anderson, after his couple of two balls, walked over to Broad afterwards and said, "Look, it's not swinging; it's nipping off the seam." So how do you distinguish? How do you know that? Like, how do you pick that up?
Well, obviously, if the ball's not swinging, you gotta try and nip the ball.
Yeah.
Obviously, those are two great bowlers of the game of this modern era,
Yeah,
I should say. But one thing that the guys work on there in England is the wobble seam.
Okay.
So um, it's about holding the ball at pointing to point, but
Yeah.
it could do anything off the wicket. It could nip away, it could nip in.
Insane.
So I've been also working
Yeah.
on that. So it's a big thing over there. They're working on it a lot. So yeah, it's just I mean, it's a batter's game,
Yeah.
as you know. But I think just getting
Yeah.
getting your skills, getting something added to your skills.
Yeah.
It's just it's nice to know that there is something. I mean, I'm 33, turning 24 next year, 34 next year. So it's good to still learn about the game, and yeah, that's a nice part about it.
I want to talk to you about mental because I mean I don't want to bring sex into it from regards to male and female, etc. But I've noticed just from my observations that I think it's much hard. I don't know if it's harder, but it's hard for men to express themselves and to admit that they're having issues mentally or with their game, etc. Sportsmen all around the world struggle with that, and I'm sure sportswomen struggle with that too as well. And it's a commonality in the world of sport, and obviously professional sport is, and I face it too in journalism to an extent, but it's not the same as cricket, especially in a game where you fail more than you succeed, you know. So can you maybe give some tips to some youngsters because you've gone through certain hurdles and overcame them and came back stronger and stronger every single time you've played. So what sort of lessons can you give them about your journey with your mental game and obviously making sure that you have a strong mental core and belief in yourself?
Yeah, so I think when I was young, obviously you want to impress. I mean, you want to show whatever franchise you're playing for, or coaches you're playing for, that like, look here, you are the man. I think those pressures, being so like well into my career now, I like look back and if I had to tell my younger self like you should have just enjoyed the game because I'm enjoying the game. I'm playing with a smile. Those pressure situations, I'm smiling at them. I'm not like I said earlier on, I'm not beating myself up. Obviously, there's different pressures in different other sports. I mean, you get it on the field, and mostly with social media, you get it off the field. So I mean, there's different times that you experience it. I mean, if you read a simple comment on social media, you would think, "Wow, am I good enough?" You tend to doubt yourself, but I think if you back yourself, you back your skills, you back your preparation, and at the end of the day, just enjoying it. I mean, the more you enjoy the game, you don't have those pressures. You got more freedom. Um, I mean, and once you enjoy your game, I mean, you can express your skills. It will just come naturally, I think.
So I asked Rassi this question. I'm probably going to ask most players this question, and it's about Cricket Fanatics magazine and what we can do, because we're not a normal media company where we necessarily journal. We have some journalistic background, of course, me and some of the writers as well who try to be journalists. We've told all you guys out there, of course, that you can come through us and try to learn about the industry. If you want to go into journalism, we'll try to help you there. But from our perspective, we're trying to build a fan community of fans, giving fans voices.
Yeah.
How can we help you guys in your performances, etc., going forward? Because I always try to keep it as positive as possible, try to criticize without dehumanizing.
Yeah.
So, like, that's actually our logo, not our logo, but that's like our tagline on our show. Even today, I tell people that. And so, how can we help you guys as players, as a fan base, as a cricket fanatics magazine?
Well, I mean, if you do well, good things are going to be spoken about you, and if you do bad, bad things are going to be spoken about you. I mean, that's your job.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think these days um, there's a lot to do about the mental side of the game. Like there was a mental health week, and we actually in it. So I mean, the broader public get to know about it. There's still some of the keyboard ninjas out there that to make it sound like they played the game for so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, to be, I mean, positive. I mean, I think the best thing about media houses and small media houses like you guys, I mean, you broadcasting the game. I think, which is good. I think not a lot of people do that. So I think that's a good thing. At the end of the day, that's your job.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what to say.
Of course, of course.
I can't tell what fans would say. But I mean, if you want to express yourself, but keep it in the limit.
Know the line. Don't be like Australia.
Yeah, don't be don't be like Australia. I think in the UK, there's some hard critics there, but I mean, you can think about that. Cricket is their number one sport, so so I mean, you got members like stopping you at the stairs and telling you this wasn't your best day and stuff. So I mean, it's just, I mean, like I say, I can't tell you what to say, but I mean, I think now writers should know where the line stops. So that's what I say.
And lastly, I always ask about our system, our domestic system currently. The reason I think that our batters struggle to make that transition maybe into international phase is because we maybe over the last maybe year or two, when you guys like you left, and there's a lot of experience that left the country and they've gone to play elsewhere or they've retired. So we've lacked almost having that world class at both ends that you get in international cricket. I'm sure county cricket is maybe, I don't know if it's like that there. Maybe you can give me some insight into that. But having a senior player like yourself coming into the team, how are you going to help the other young speedsters to teach them those skills maybe a little earlier, so that when they come to international stage, not shocked by the level?
Well, as you can see, international cricket is just evolving every season. I mean, it's evolving at a rapid pace actually. So as a fast bowler, you just need to keep practicing your skills. I mean, I spent 2 days here now, and we did like scenarios and things like that. But like having Rory as a coach, I mean, wow, the youngsters are lucky to have a coach like that. I mean, the positivity with his coaching and with Fields, like really like hit home, because I mean like we tend to go defensive, especially when it comes to T20 cricket, but he's like very positive in setting fields and things like that and hitting our length. So I mean it's great to see, but I mean I'm just here to help. I think I'm at that stage where I need to lend a helping hand, not just for fast bowlers, but I think for our young batters also, just to helping them just to enjoy the game. If they seeing on a down day because they didn't do well, just trying to pick them up. I think that's more the importance that I see, the role that I have, but also helping the fast bowlers. There's enough senior guys around. There's Buren now. Barney's there. So I think we have a nice crop of senior players.
Thanks a lot, Dane. It was great to catch up.
Thank you very much.